Alright gang, welcome back. For those that have been watching this programme, you know we're edging closer and closer to getting this thing to an MOT station. But I've got an engine warning light on and that's not going to pass, is it? So today we're going to fit this new sensor, get this thing running, get that engine warning light off and get us to the MOT. My name's Craig and I'm exhausted. Let's go do this. So in the last video you saw me do wheels and tyres, and I took the car for a spin up and down the cross a fair number of times. I let it get up to temperature and I cleared the fault code on it in terms of the engine warning light. I've cleared that on a number of occasions now. When I look at the codes, it always tells me sensors, bank 1, sensors 1, sensors 2. Sensors 2 seem to be pending faults. Sensor 2 is the one post-cat. It doesn't have one of those, that was deleted when the sports exhaust was put on it. It's obviously still got a pre-cat sensor because that controls the air-fuel mixture and that needs to be there. That's the one that's flagging up the red engine fault code at the moment. So I think that's the one we need to change. What I'm going to do now, give her a start. Not been started for a few days. It is pretty cold in the UK at the moment, probably about 3 or 4 degrees. She should turn over. I have the battery disconnected because otherwise it drains. The battery crap on this needs to be replaced. But we'll give her a start now, let her tick over, let her warm up and see if the engine warning light comes back on. Right, first things first, will she start? No, dead as a dodo. That battery is knackered. I need my jump pack. There she is, a Lion battery. It's even too small for the battery tray, so it doesn't get clipped in down there. Doesn't reach the front, and it looks old. And from reading on the forums, these are shocking. Anyone recommend a battery? What size do I need? I normally go through Tanya batteries because they normally deliver quite quick and a reasonable price. Let's get my jump pack on. Christmas present, this one. Pretty good. It is a Zeitung. That well-known brand. Seems to work really well. Well, probably won't today, will it? But plug it in. Right, she'll start now. Right, engine warning lights off at the moment. Great. Here's the second one up, I think. Second one up. Maybe the third one up. Yep. Second one up. That's still off, so we'll let this run up to temperature, see if that comes back on, and then we'll check what codes we've got. That's the fault code or any pending. But she sounds good. I've also put an engine catalytic converter cleaner through this as well, and nitrox I think it is. I'll show a quick image. I put it in with an almost empty tank, so it's quite concentrated. That seems to help with the running. Although, I don't know if you guys can hear it, there are still odd misses here and there coming from the exhaust. It's as though it's every now and then hesitating. Before I put the cleaner in it, before I put the fresher fuel in it, it was hesitating as well under acceleration going down the road. That seems to have got a lot better. The car's not warmed up yet, but it's been ticking over for probably 3 or 4 minutes now, and there's still no engine warning light. We can have a look at the pending codes, see if they come on, but I'll let it tick over for a little while longer and give it a chance to get to temperature, see if the engine warning light comes back on, and go from there. Right, we're sat inside, nice and warm, got the heater on. Woo! Lovely. You can see now we're approaching halfway on the temperature. That's pretty standard, that's kind of where it stays. Oil is getting on for probably, what's that, 80 degrees, that's pretty much where that stays as well. But as I said, I'm not driven this in anger, so we'll see what that ends up doing. Still no warning light, so sounds good. Well, I'm just going to pick up the ODB2 sensor and see what that's telling me. Right, let's fire up the torque app and see what that tells us. Right, so we are getting 3 pending warnings, aren't we? So we're getting bank 1 sensor 1 pending warning, bank 1 sensor 1 heater warning, bank 1 sensor 2 heater warning. The bank 2 one, as I said earlier, is always going to be there unless I put it in the emulator, which I do have the kit for, and probably put in a bit of a video about that. But bank 1 wise, let's have a quick look at, see if we can get the live data. Right, so we're just going to graph that and have a look at what's happening. Oh, lean to rich, sensor threshold voltage constant. So this, it says to me, it's trying to oscillate between those, but it's not finding it. Still no engine warning light. I don't really know what these mean, but lean to rich, sensor switch time. This is telling me this is the oscillation in the pre-cat sensor, which is flagging my pending fault. I just want to put it on the graph. Click on the graphing. Line chart. I'm going to put these to the maximum so you get maximum points through it. Again, maximum. And then you choose your data point, so somewhere down here, down this long list. Oh, come on. Here we go. OB bank 1 sensor 1 voltage, sensor 2 voltage. Not sure where it's inferring that from. But if you click on that, click on OK, and go on OK, then press play. It should play the live data. You can see the time changing at the top, so it's playing the live data. Now this should be oscillating up and down as you see the oxygen fluctuate. Yeah, it's just flat and constant, so that pretty much tells me that sensor is dead and needs replacing. So let's get on with it. Yeah, still no warning light, and we've been ticking over for a good 20 minutes now, up to temperature. Everything else is fine and dandy, but I think it's just a matter of time, so we've got to get it done. I just zoomed down, I'm getting some movement on this, so it is oscillating up and down, but if you look at the values, it's staying at 0.7, so it won't let me zoom out anymore. But this oscillation should be higher than across 0.7, it should be heading down to oscillating towards 0. So let's pause just for a second, just hang fire there, because I'm telling you a lot of what I expect to see without really telling you how a O2 sensor works. So, why do we have O2 sensors in the first place? O2 sensors were introduced to try and provide a closed loop system for the engine management system on the car. What that means is it gives it feedback into the engine management system. Depending on the level of oxygen in the exhaust, the car infers whether it's running rich or lean, and it changes the fuel going into the combustion chamber to compensate for that. On an old car like the MGB, it's always an open loop system. There's no feedback, it never self-adjusts itself. You can close loop by having an operator inside doing things. In my MGB I've got an air fuel mixture gauge, and depending on that I go back and I adjust, tweak and change parameters on my carburetors and my timing, but it's still an open loop system. It's not closed in terms of it operates in real time. But in modern cars you've got O2 sensors, particularly the one that's pre-cat, that enables you to have a closed loop system, so the car reacts to how it's burning fuel by changing the amount of fuel going in to compensate. So an O2 sensor isn't actually measuring direct oxygen. What it's measuring is an oxygen comparator. It uses oxygen from outside the exhaust, from the atmosphere, and the remaining oxygen from the combustion cycle inside the exhaust to provide a comparison. From that comparison, it provides a voltage to the ECU. And how does it do that? It does that by heating the oxygen from outside the exhaust, so that oxygen gets excited, gets ionized, and then depending on the level of oxygen inside the exhaust, if it's rich or lean, and the potential between the two, different levels of oxygen, creates a different level of voltage. If you're running rich, you've got more fuel but less oxygen in your exhaust system, it provides a higher voltage. If you're running lean, you've got
more oxygen in your exhaust system, it provides a lower voltage. An O2 sensor in most cars, in this case in particular, is what's called a narrowband sensor. So it doesn't actually tell you what level of oxygen you have in the exhaust system. All it can do is tell the engine if it's got a lot or a little, rich or lean. Then the following cycles, it tells it to adjust the fuel going into the injectors, the length of time the injectors are open. You should see it stepping rich, lean all the time, because what the car's trying to do is go rich, lean, to try and find a happy medium. For a post-cat O2 sensor, what that's doing is trying to just check your efficiency of catalytic converter. That's not a feedback loop as such in terms of engine management control, but if you've got an inefficient catalytic converter, it can still flag an engine warning light because it expects a certain voltage. We've seen on this already, when we looked at the ODB2 reader the other day, that mine's giving out a reading of about 0.5 volts. It's not actually got one connected to it, so I don't know where it's getting that from, but that seems to satisfy the post-cat reading and is not flagging up a warning light, although it is flagging the heater. Now I need to obviously fix the pre-cat one, and then I'll find out if the post-cat heating circuit is flagging up a fault, but I don't think it is. I think it should be okay. There's a lot, I mean, that's pretty basic. There's a lot more to go at in there, like why do we have a heating element inside an O2 sensor? The heating element is there to enable it to get to temperature quicker. It's got to get to temperature quicker to get the car to a closed loop position quicker, and ultimately give it a more efficient burning, that more efficient combustion chamber operation by managing the fuel mixture. In the early days, they didn't have heaters, and it used to have to wait until the exhaust gases would heat these things up. It's got to be over 300 degrees C, so it's got to get quite hot to actually start working. So that's why the heater's been introduced. After I did the timing belt and clutch, I was hoping I wasn't going to have to go back into the engine compartment for a while, but needs must, so let's get this bloody thing off, yeah? Happy to be doing it on your own. Get help, guys, get help. This thing's a pain to get off without taking the T-bar off. Just shim it forward as far as you can, and then try to get it past these clips, which is really difficult when it comes through. It's easy to come off than get on, but seriously, all I need is like another 5mm. It would have been easy, so come on. Right, let's get the heat shield off. Another 10mm down there, then a 13 on the front. Okay, done. Cool. So the lambda sensor touches just down in there in the bowels of the engine, so you obviously need to undo it from underneath, and the cable runs up behind here and comes out here and clips to the side of the, well, this cam belt cover on the VVC 160. Right, so there's the connector on the end of the cable. I've got my new one. It's always best to check your new one matches your old one before you start taking it apart. And that connector is different to that connector. 4 pins in a row, 4 pins in the square. So that is not the right part. So we'll have to order another one. But we do know this is knackered, so I'm still going to try and undo it today, see if I can get it undone at least. That'll make it easier next time round when the new part arrives. Right, she's jacked up high. Right, I've got my jack stand underneath, and I've got a block of wood. I'm like under the middle of the car here, and I'm not going to apologise for reiterating, guys. Safety first, safety first. Even if your jack stand is all around the back of the house, and it's going to take you a few minutes to get it, go and get it. Don't do anything unsafe. Don't do it on your jack. Make sure you use your jack stand. Lecture over. Right, so I've got a crowfoot wrench, 22mm. Will that fit on? Because this, I'll show you in a minute, but I'm not sure that'll fit on. We'll try it. I've got my blowtorch. Going to put some heat on. I'm not even going to bother without heat. My breaker bar, and I've got some extension pieces if I need to go that way. First of all, see if we can get that on, then we'll get some heat on it. Guys, it's hard to see and space is tight in here, and I'm not sure what's happened to that thing in the past. Someone's been at it with a chisel, haven't they? I've shown you the picture in my last video. Can I even get this crow's foot thing on? That's as far as I can get it on. All this mangling here is really gonna struggle to get it on. I can't go round anymore because then this starts to foul on the exhaust itself. This is awfully placed. Could have given a little bit more space, couldn't they? So I need to try and tidy that up in there. I can't even see it. Look at the mess they've made. What am I going to have to do with that? I might have to go in. Just want to with a drill or chisel or something. I might hit it myself and see if I can undo it by hitting it. And then if I can't get any worse, can it? Then try drilling it afterwards. Getting the junior hacksaw in there. I don't know. This is looking like a exhaust off job, unfortunately. Well, yeah, obviously we've got to take the downpipe off, haven't we? Because there's no other option. Not getting that off without getting the downpipe off. So I've put some penetration fluid on that. So hopefully that's soaked in and we should be able to nip those straight off. Right, so we've got the three 15mm ones that go onto the cat. Oh god, it's stiff. Good. Oh god, that's tight. Oh, come in. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, it's good. It's 2 out. Oh god, it's tight. Oh come on, no way. Struggling with this third one. So I'm going to put a spanner in a spanner. Yo, something's gone. I think right now we've broken it. I think we should just get it off here with a small one. There we go. Well, that looks easier on camera than it actually was, guys, but it's off now. Right, the gasket looks okay as well, so good. I can clean that up and reuse that. That's awesome. Right, that hanger is still a bit stiff. We need to take the front off, and then we get the hanger off. Right, front. So up in here, there's 6 15mm that hold the down cover pipe to the manifold. Earlier F's had 4 bolts, and they changed it to 6. So I've got one off already. That's a lot difficult. So to get the others off. Trying to get the last one. Really struggling to get at it. So it's visibility is one thing, and access is another thing. Seriously, come on. Can't get it off. Right, let's try again. So it's this last one. I can get the socket on it, but then it's a certain angle, and if I get the extension bar on, it hits the pipe, so it's really struggling. I can put the spanner on, but I can't turn the spanner. I can't move it because it's too tight. So I'm going to put this on, see if I can then use my breaker bar to lever it. Spanner is on, is it? Yeah, spanner's on. Right, see that lever. Yes, I think it's moved. Unless the spanner slipped. That's it. Oh, that's moving. Cool. Right, it's moving, but I can only move it like 1 degree at a time, so this might take a little while. Not going to do this again. Can't fit a ratchet in there. It's so tight. So little at a time. Right, so I need an extender 15mm and a universal joint connector because mine's broken. Definitely one of those for this job. So I'll get those ordered. Ho ho ho! Happy days, we got it. And we're off. Right, run done. Only thing holding this on now is the hanger, so I'm going to try and shimmy that around there. I'm guessing that's never been off, so this might be tricky. Lubrication here. Oh yeah, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh yes. Bring this down first. There we go. Rotate, pivot. And then we're out. Come on, yes. Right. We're off. We're off, we got it. Brilliant. Not too bad. I need to check the gasket situation. Let's have a close up on that there. Yeah. Get this close foot on now. No, we're not in there. No chance. Not going on there, is it? Right, try the big adjustable. Oh dear. Yeah, this thing's in a bad way. I mean, look how bent it is. You see the... Oh, it's been attached at the bottom. Someone's really struggled. I'm not going to get that undone, so I'm going to get my grinder. I'm going to just cut it off because this is knackered. Pop a socket on it and use the impact gun. Definitely knackered now. Tidied it up. Right, socket's on. Let's give this a whirl. Put it on medium. Make sure it's unloosened. No, not full bore. Oh, something's happening. Something's happening, come on. Oh, yes. Look at that. I was a bit worried then, like it stripped the threads, but there's still threads in there, that's fine. So as we established earlier, this is the one off the car, this is the one I ordered. Obviously wrong, but it's still an O2 sensor. And it's still got 4 wires, so there's no reason, I don't think, theoretically, that I can't splice that connector onto that and extend it a little bit, because this is, the new one's ever so slightly short as well. I mean, the threads on the new one, there's not much at all, but I suppose it's going to squash down that washer once we tighten it, so I might try to thread that in, see if we can get it to bite. If that bites in, then we might try splicing it, see if we can get it to work. Well, I think I've got that threaded in there nicely. Just see if I can knit that up. Let's check it's not cross-threaded anyway. Looks as nice as a square. This crow's foot, I'm sure it's usable, but this bit of the exhaust, this downpipe's just so close, it doesn't work. Yeah, that's going in nicely, that is. Let's just tighten that up. So we've made progress, guys. We've got the downpipe off. We've got the O2 sensor out. That was tricky, but we've got it out, which is good. Got the new one fitted. Got to splice it in. I'm going to end the video here because I need to get a few more bits and bobs to let me do that, but I want to get this video out, show you guys what I'm up to. I've also got a bit of a bad cold as well, so I'm feeling pretty awful and it's cold and it's getting dark. So I'm going to end the video here today, and then we'll put this back up in O2 Sensor Massacre Part 2. Hope to see you guys soon. My name's Craig. I'm awfully ill and totally exhausted. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Got over 600 subscribers now, so going really well. Thanks for all your input and support. Take care, guys. Obviously, when the exhaust is off, there's one thing you've got to do. You've got to give it a start, check it still runs, check it's not too loud. Let's give it a go. Just for a few seconds so the neighbours don't kill me.